Good evening. I'm Amin Carlos and welcome to News on 2. Now, the government's additional contribution of 50 ringgit towards the Employees Provident Fund, or EPF, for housewives will only cover the first wife in the event of a polygamous marriage. And according to Deputy Prime Minister Dato Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail, the proposed scheme, which will be implemented within Pakatan Harapan's 100-day administration, will be implemented in 3 main stages.
Fasa pertama, caruman secara sukarela. Eloklah kalau kalian terus bercaruman sukarela. Tak perlu apa-apa tekanan. Fasa kedua, caruman sukarela dengan perluasan liputan perlindungan sosial oleh pengasuh melalui pindaan Akta Keselamatan Sosial Pekerja 1969 Akta 4.
Dato Sri Dr. Wan Azizah, who is also Women, Family and Community Development Minister, was responding to a question from Kuala Nerus MP Dato Dr. Muhammad Khairuddin Aman Razali in Parliament today. She added that a memorandum on the scheme was ready and would be brought up in the next cabinet meeting. Bukit Gelugor MP Ram Karpal Singh has become the first lawmaker to be ejected from the 14th Parliament for refusing to retract his gangster remark against UMNO youth members. Ram Karpal made the remark after he cited a 2009 incident where his late father and DAP National Chairperson Karpal Singh was mobbed by a group of UMNO youth members.
Letters of respect, saya tidak dapat membuat demikian. Can I say why?
Okay, fine.
Can I say why? Boleh saya katakan kenapa? Oleh
kerana sila jalankan tugas.
Very well.
Tuan Speaker.
Jelutong MP R. Sanisvara Netaji Raya then asked Kinabatangan MP Dato Sri Bong Mukhtar Radin to retract his use of the word Samseng in Dewan Rakyat previously. Dato Sri Bong's refusal to do so then led to the verbal scuffle.
Pagi tidak pernah pun membuat ruling untuk saya.
Jangan bohong, ada.
Kalau ruling ini baru.
Tangan, jangan benang basah.
Kalau ruling itu pembohongan.
Tarik balik, jangan berbohong.
Newly minted Dewan Rakyat Speaker Dato Muhammad Arif Mat Yusof ordered Dato Sri Bong and Ram Karpal to retract their remarks, which was deemed unparliamentary under Section 44, Subsection 2 of the Standing Order. Dato Sri Bong withdrew his remark and was allowed to remain while Ram Karpal was seen out of the House. Ram Karpal apologized for not withdrawing his remark.
The Malaysian government has appointed Singapore law firm Tan Raja & Chia as its solicitors to commence legal action against 53 individuals and companies to reclaim monies belonging to One Malaysia Development Berhad, 1MDB. A Bernama report revealed that Attorney General Tommy Thomas approved the appointment of the firm early this week. Now, the 1MDB, the report indicated that the Malaysian government would file an application at the High Court in Singapore against the 53 defendants for orders to recover the monies belonging to 1MDB. And it is believed that Thomas met Singapore Attorney General Lucien Wong recently to facilitate the return of the 1MDB monies which had been frozen by the Singapore authorities. Among the 53 defendants is Malaysian businessman Low Tech Joe or Jolo. Court orders are necessary to release the monies to 1MDB or the government of Malaysia, while Malaysia has to appoint solicitors from Singapore to file the action because Malaysian lawyers cannot appear in Singapore courts. On May 31st, the 1MDB Special Task Force in a statement said Singapore and Malaysia had agreed to collaborate to bring back the monies believed to have been embezzled from 1MDB. Now, Central Police have crippled a drug trafficking syndicate with the arrests of 7 men and 2 women aged between 27 and 53 during an operation at a condominium in Taman Jinjang Baru last Monday. And according to Central Police Chief ACP R. Munusami, all of them tested positive for methamphetamine aside from possessing serious criminal and drug-related records.
Speaking to the media today, ACP Munusami further disclosed that a revolver and several types of drugs were also found in the premises.
So dalam pemeriksaan ini, pihak polis telah merampas dadah methamphetamine berat lebih kurang 5.37 gram bernilai RM550, 1 paket plastik Lutsina berisi 1 biji pil ecstasy beratnya 0.86 gram nilai RM50 dan 1 pistol berwarna silver dan 6 butir peluru.
The suspects have been remanded until Saturday for further investigations. The case is being investigated under the Firearms for Increased Penalties Act 1971, Section 8 of the Weapons Act 1960, Section 39A, Subsection 1, and Subsection 12, Subsection 2 of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952.
Well, police discovered 2 firearms and over 100 live bullets in one of the 4 vehicles involved in an accident at kilometer 132.4 of the East Coast Expressway 1, or LPT Satu, yesterday. Timur Loh District Police Chief ACP Zundin Mahmud said they found a Smith & Wesson pistol and a pump-action shotgun with 2 bullets inside in the incident, which occurred at about 8:30 p.m. Now, ACP Zundin, said police also found 23 Remba 12-bore bullets, 35 Mega 12-bore bullets, a buckshot 12-bore bullets, and 2 boxes containing 88.9mm BRC S&B bullets. Well, he said initial investigation revealed that the firearms and live bullets belonged to a businessman who got involved in the accident following the discovery of his firearm identification card. ACP Zundin said police had seized the firearms and ammunition for further investigation. 2 people died while 4 others were injured in the accident, which occurred near the Timur Loh Rest and Service area. The victims who died were Nur Rashila Rosdan, 22, from Setiawan, Perak, and Lo Kim Bun, 65, from Taman Bukit Istana, Kuantan. Well, a van driver is charged on 2 counts of spreading fake news on social media, resulting in riots at Taman Perindustrian Kelantan, Malaysia, China, or MCKIP Gibing. And Muhammad Saiful Adhar Muhammad Syukur, 30, pleaded not guilty soon after the charges were read to him in front of Kuantan Sessions Court Judge Siti Aminah Ghazali. Now, Muhammad Saiful was first charged for spreading fake news via Facebook, stating that a driver from Vella, Chennai, was critically injured after being beaten by several Chinese national workers using an iron rod at the MCKIP entrance at around 10:07 p.m. on July 10th. It is believed that the statement was intentionally uploaded to create dissatisfaction among the public. And as for the second charge, the accused once again uploaded a fake news on the same site at 11:51 p.m. on July 11th, stating that a Chinese worker had died caused by the news that was previously circulated. And the case is prosecuted under Section 233, Subsection 1, Subsection A, and Section 233, Subsection 3 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998. Now, Judge Siti Aminah set a bail of 10,000 ringgit with 1 surety for both charges, and the case is scheduled to be rementioned on August 20th. Now, in the 10 p.m. incident on July 11th, 4 Chinese security guards were injured, while one of them was injured in a riot which involved about 60 individuals at MCKIP in Kuantan. Well, a former assistant engineer of a government agency in Pulau Pinang and a company owner were issued a 6-day remand to enable investigations into a case of soliciting a bribe to obtain the project in the relevant agency. Now, 2 male suspects, aged 33 and 35, began their remand today. Now, the remand was issued by Assistant Registrar of the Pulau Pinang Magistrates Court, Muna Maria Azmi, and the former assistant engineer is suspected of soliciting and receiving a 16,000 ringgit bribe, which was transferred into the account of his wife. It is understood that they were held separately at the state MACC office when they were giving their statements between 4:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. And Pulau Pinang MACC Director Dato' Wan Abdullah confirmed the arrest. The case is being investigated under Section 17, Subsection A of the MACC Act. Now, the mastermind behind the Umrah package scam in Pahang, involving losses amounting to almost 140,000 ringgit, has been remanded for 3 days, beginning today, at the Timur Loh High Court to facilitate investigations under Section 420 of the Penal Code. Now, the remand order was issued by the High Court Senior Assistant Registrar, T-Pei C. And yesterday, head of the Pahang Commercial Crime Investigation Department, Superintendent Muhammad Wazir Muhammad Yusof, said the man, 40, was detained in an apartment in Rawang, Selangor at about 8:30 a.m. after 21 reports were lodged against him in Pahang last year and early this year. Well, he said the suspect is the culprit who had tricked 24 victims by offering a non-existent Umrah package beginning last year and had collected more than 139,000 through this activity. And if found guilty, the suspect is punishable for the maximum sentence of 10 years jail and caning. Well, 5 illegal immigrants were detained during a Special East and Sabah Security Commando ESCOM operation in collaboration with Tawau Marine Police. The 5 suspects were arrested at the waters of Tanjung Batu, Tawau yesterday. Now, ESCOM Commander DCP Dato' Hazani Ghazali in a statement said they were detained while they were on a wooden boat heading from Tanjung Batu Beach towards Pulau Sebatik. The illegal immigrants who hail from Indonesia were detained for not carrying any identification documents when they were inspected. All arrested were men aged between 17 to 47, and they were later taken to Tawau Marine Police headquarters for further action. Police also seized a wooden boat with 15-horsepowered Yamaha outboard engine, and the case will be investigated under the Immigration Act 1959-1963. Well, a dorm room at the College Kemahiran Johor at Kampung Ungku Mosin, Johor Bahru was destroyed in a fire at around 7 a.m. today. The room was located at the 3rd floor of the dome. Now, no casualties were, however, reported in the incident, and Senior Fire Officer Safi Sareng in a statement said it took almost 1 hour for 17 firemen from the Johor Bahru and Tebrau Fire and Rescue Department to put out the fire. And the cause of the losses incurred was still under investigation. Well, the Dewan Rakyat was informed that the actual overall costs of the Kuala Lumpur-Singapore High-Speed Rail Project, or HITS-R, will need to be revealed in the interest of transparency and integrity. And Economic Affairs Minister Dr. Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali said the reality of the government's financial capability should be taken into account, seeing as the expenses reach 55 billion ringgit before this.
Kita akan lihat di manakah kemampuan kerajaan untuk membiayai projek ini. Sebab itu, sekiranya perkara ini tidak dapat dilaksanakan dalam suasana ekonomi pada hari ini, maka kerajaan mengambil pendirian untuk berbincang dengan kerajaan Singapura bagi memastikan semua terma-terma dalam perjanjian ini mesti dipatuhi.
Dato' Sri Muhammad Azmin, who is also Gombak Member of Parliament, was responding to a question posed by IA Hitam MP Dato' Sri Dr. Wee Ka Siong. Meanwhile, in regards to the estimated 110 billion ringgit cost of the project, Dato' Sri Muhammad Azmin said it is not only the price of the project tender, but a preliminary estimate on the proposed project.
Now, and the Dewan Rakyat was told today that the Finance Ministry is willing to consider proposals to review laws no longer relevant pertaining to the grants to state governments. And Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said it was indeed the policy of the new government to ensure that all state governments were accorded fair treatment while improving governance to a more efficient, responsible and transparent level.
Cadangan-cadangan untuk menimbang peruntukan yang diberikan kepada negeri-negeri tertakluk kepada perkara 109/1 Perlembagaan Persekutuan. Dan tentu sebarang cadangan kenalah berunding dengan Majlis Kewangan Negara seperti yang dinyatakan dalam perkara 109 ini. Tentulah dasar kerajaan baru ialah untuk memastikan bahawa semua kerajaan negeri dapatlah layanan yang adil.
The Finance Minister was replying to a supplementary question from Dato' Sri Mukhriz Mahathir on the proposal to review the grants to the state governments on the sharing of revenue from the collection of taxes. Lim further said that in 2017, the federal government had channeled 6.9 billion ringgit to the 13 state governments, which included allocations for maintenance of state roads and making up the shortfalls in the operating expenditure.
Well, the Youth and Sports Ministry has assured that it will retain beneficial programs such as the Technical and Vocational Training Programs, or TVET, introduced during the previous administration, while revamping those that are non-essential to the public. And in his response to a question from the MP for Paya Besar, Muhammad Shahar Abdullah, in Parliament today, its Minister Said Abdul Rahman said the move seeks to highlight the benefits that will create a positive impact for the people.
Kementerian Belia yang disukan hari ini, kita tak nak semaikan vengeance politics. Program yang baik akan kita teruskan dan akan kita tambah baik. Seperti saya tekankan tadi, dalam isu urus takbir akan kita perbaiki. Dalam isu di mana kita boleh tambahkan program-program dengan kerjasama dengan kementerian lain dan kerajaan negeri.
Said Sadiq, who is also MP for Muar, added that the sense of ownership should be inculcated in rural youths. He said this can be realized by allowing those who are above 21 to hold positions such as village heads and community leaders.
Radio Television Malaysia's programming content is bound by existing laws and guidelines. And in his response to a question from Sibuti MP Lukanisme Awang Sauni in the Dewan Rakyat today, Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Dio said each production will be reviewed periodically from all aspects of content development to create a positive impact for viewers.
So apa-apa dokumentari pun yang ingin disiarkan, yang telah pun dibuat dan diterbit itu ianya perlu dilihat sebelum ianya satu keputusan dibuat, sama ada ataupun tidak ianya akan diterbitkan. So ianya bergantung kepada kandungan dokumentari tersebut.
As June 2018, the Communications and Multimedia Ministry, via the National Film Development Corporation, FINAS, has approved a total of 19.59 million ringgit for the production of documentaries, whereas a further 1.33 million ringgit has been awarded for the production of short films. On the issue of the lack of funding, Gobin explained that the funding management system is currently being improved and will be announced in the near future.
Now, the Customs Department believes that the Sales and Services Tax, SST, to be revived on September 1st this year will generate an additional 3 billion ringgit in revenue for the nation. And according to its director, Dato' T. Subramaniam, the entry of the SST will also serve to diversify and raise the revenue source from its traditional pool of import and export tax, aside from curbing revenue leakages. Now, Dato' Subramaniam disclosed that smuggled alcohol and cigarettes, followed by the import of new vehicles declared as used cars, contributed to the highest revenue leakages. And he added that it was difficult to control the inflow of these contraband goods, given the porous borders and the existence of small jetties throughout the country. Yesterday, Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said the entry of the SST on September 1st was poised to generate over 4 billion ringgit in revenue to the nation's coffers this year. And this will be used to recoup the 21 billion ringgit losses incurred each year following the scrapping of the GST on June 1st. Well, the Transport Ministry welcomed the efforts by local company Synergy Sendirian Berhad for creating a safety application that has the emergency button feature. Now, the ministry's Deputy Minister, Dato' Kamarudin Jaafar, said besides ensuring the safety of road users, the application can also help reduce crime rates.
Dato' Kamarudin also said that technology should be used as a medium to create more emergency-related applications that can benefit the transport industry. He said this at the launching of the MMSOS application at the Federal Capital. MMSOS app is an application that was developed by Synergy Sendirian Berhad as part of the Malaysia Emergency Response Services, or MERS 999.
MMSOS is the free apps. Okay, everybody can download. So when you press the button, right, there's a lot of icon there talking about nearest hospital, nearest police station, nearest fire brigade, nearest workshop, nearest clinic, or even a counseling as well.
The emergency app can be downloaded for free at Google Play Store or Apple App Store.
Well, cashless payments provider Revenue Group Berhad made a strong debut on the ACE market this morning with over 5.48 million shares traded within a short time of its listings, and Revenue's shares opened at 55 cents, which was 18 cents above its IPO offer price of 37 cents each.
An hour later, Revenue shares value was still strongly traded with 77.85 million shares crossed. According to Revenue Group Managing Director and Group Chief Executive Officer Eddie Ng Chi Siong, the performance showed that investors are confident towards the cashless payments market.
I think we still continue to grow the merchant base, to deploy more terminal, and continue to acquire more transaction business in this part in Malaysia. Together for our overseas plan, we are looking at Myanmar and Cambodia.
Speaking to the media after the group's IPO listing today, Ng said there will be 800,000 electronic data capture or EDC terminals in Malaysia, processing 1 billion transactions by 2020.
And with that, we conclude this evening's News on 2. In our top story, EPF for housewives for first wife only. So join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Mum and Carlos, thanks for watching and do hope you have a pleasant evening ahead. Bye for now.